we're on the subject of art, I want to talk about something that I've experienced, and I want to know if you all have. When I show my art a lot of times to other artists, it appears to be, it comes across as intimidating. So it's like, oh, I'm an artist, but I'm not that good. I'm not as good as you. And that doesn't make me feel good at all, you know. And I always say, no, I love that. And you know, sometimes I look at it like, it's not the same style as mine. That doesn't mean mine is so much better to me. You know, I'm very detail oriented. So my art is going to have more details. Where you might have an image with no face or no features, but does not mean your art is not good. But it does make me wonder, like, have you all ever seen or had an experience where you felt intimidated by somebody else's art?
Price. You ever?
You know?
Yeah,
when you see that, like it's almost, like
I love it. It's almost too good though.
Let's go back to the banana. Let's go back to the
because we're going to go into the abstract from there. So let's go to the banana.
So let's go back to the banana image that Tanish and I were talking about on our break. You just asked if the art intimidates you, and that art definitely intimidated me. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Google, or maybe we can show this banana art that was taped to a wall at a gallery auction, literally a live piece of fruit, a banana, with a piece of scotch tape over it. I forget the artist's name. Duct tape, thank you. I forget his name. It was taped to the wall, and it sold for over $120K with the rest of his collection.
But did not the buyer eat the banana?
Yeah, he bought it and ate that shit.
Yeah.
But so that was really
yeah.
Because it's status. That's what I'm saying. It's more status. It's more deconstruction.
But it's marketing at the end of the day. Like Bang said, communicating is storytelling. That's what art really is. So that picture was my screensaver for a long time, because once I stopped hating on him and being mad that he sold a banana, I realized, no, he sold himself. Who decides what your art is? You do. He was able to convince people so much of how important his art was that they bought it for $120K just to eat it. So at the end of the day, your art is what you make it and how you can sell it and tell your story, if that's your goal as an artist.
I don't think everything is an evolution. Everything that's produced is not an evolution. I don't think that's an evolution of art. I think that is the beginning of the end. That is something. That is something to be battled against. You know, pop music as doing anything but passing the time. Like so, like it's like we gotta be able to jump back into a conversation and say, you know what, like it's all art. It's like everybody has an entry point, but like that isn't good. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't look good. That
Cameraman Kato. Respectfully, you sound kind of snobby.
Hey, we are the artist panel.
Respectfully.
Let me break it down.
No, the snobby part.
Tell me why, and I'll break it down for you. Maybe I can make it more clear.
Just because, like, I feel like it's kind of a cop out to be like all artists are subjective, because all art is subjective. Like, but like there is like a consensus of like what good art is and what bad art is. And there's a lot that falls in between there, and some people can like some stuff because it's bad. Like, I like this strictly, like, it's so bad that it entertains me and I like it. Like, and it's hard to, like, quantify what is, like, worthful art or, like, art that, like, is, like, actual art as opposed to something that, like, quote unquote isn't actual art, because how do you really judge that?
Yeah.
How do you really judge a pop song that's like just really popular and it's a good song? Like it might even be made with the intent to be sold and to be marketed and to like have a certain outcome. But if it's good, okay, and if it's not good, like I mean, it's still someone's art as opposed to someone who made. I guess what I'm getting to is, does it make it more artful if it's just somebody in their basement who has like the genuine like, and it's just not, as opposed to somebody who has $1 million behind them to like make something that's like, yeah, that's for the masses, but it's still that they're still creating something, like they're still. So like, what makes one more art than the other? I guess is what
There's a ton of variables in that, and I do see, you know, if you don't parse at it and you make general statements, you're going to be missing a lot of the importance. Okay, so if I jump back into the conversation and we talk about art not in a general sense, and we start to break it down, and we talk about, okay, if you're an illustrator, you have to be able to do these things in illustration.
right.
There is a foundation of fundamentals that if you bypass, people who are artists can see right through. And you can have all the money behind you. You can have all the people propping you up. But to the keen eye, they see right through you. And you as an artist have to be able to live it yourself. So you can't escape that feeling.
It's integrity.
It's not for it. The original creation, it couldn't have been meant for the market as the epicenter for the creation, or else I see right through that. It has to be something new. It's got to be something different. It's got to be, you know, something that is inspired by the art in nature that we're channeling. Okay, so if you try to craft that or you know, take the shortcut, you're not being true to the form. And I think that's what we can gripe about, is whether you're true to the type of art that you're saying you want to be, or can you even define yourself to a way that we can have a conversation about your own growth in your own art without me judging you, but us supporting and empowering, like our last show, right? Can I support you in your art? Because it really is for you. And if I can patron you, if I can, you know, buy a piece to keep you on your path, now we're sharing that experience, and it's all meant for us to come together.